Alright, hello everybody and welcome to music class. So I wanted to do something a little bit different in this video than as opposed to our video in India. There's just so much to see and do in China and Japan that I want to just dive right into them. So first up, we are saying goodbye to India and we are taking a train, an airplane, we could even walk if we wanted to. We're that close to China. In fact, if you remember, India and China are neighbors. They share a border, so we could walk across. We could ride an elephant across. We could take a train or an airplane. Whichever way you want to travel, you could definitely do that. Now, China and Japan are two of the oldest cultures in the entire world, dating back to thousands of years ago. So again, these two places that we're about to talk about have some of the oldest culture, oldest history, oldest buildings and structures that we're gonna get to see. Now don't let that fool you though, because in these two countries, not only will you see almost an ancient city side, but you'll also see state-of-the-art technology as well. I think that's probably one of my favorite things about China and Japan is that they have a really perfect balance between the old and the new. I think one thing you're really going to be fascinated is seeing the amazing, beautiful buildings and monuments in these two countries that date back to thousands of years ago, and yet just traveling a little bit, just traveling to a major city, you'll see state-of-the-art, almost futuristic buildings and designs that are going to be mind-blowing. Alright, so first let's talk about China right now. China is the fourth largest country in the entire world. However, as of September of 2020, so not even a year ago, China is the most populated country in the world with over 1.4 billion people. Let me repeat that again. Okay, it has 1.5 billion people in China. Again, if you remember, America only has 330 million, so it has not even tripled but quadrupled and even more people than the United States. So it is a very, very populated country. Now, Mandarin is the language in China. Now, here in the United States, our main way of traveling is usually in a car. Getting in a car and driving to whatever location we need to get to is probably the fastest and easiest way to get to. However, since there are so many people in China, think about all the cars that could possibly be on the road and all the traffic jams. You probably would not even get a chance to really move at all. So in China, they love trains. In fact, if you put all of the railways in all lined up in China, you could loop around the world 2 times. That's how much train tracks they have. Another thing is you probably have heard of the Chinese New Year, a little different than our New Year. It lasts for 15 days in China, and it goes from January and into February, a little bit depending on the year that it comes in place. Every single year is named after one of the 12 Chinese zodiac animals, which we're going to talk about a little bit later on in our Google slide. But there are 12 animals. There's the rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and a pig. Each one of these animals represents a certain quality. So depending on what year you were born in, you are quote unquote supposed to have these qualities. Again, we'll talk about this a little bit later in the video here. One thing that I said that I love about China and Japan is that they have the perfect mixture between old and new. In China, in the area of Zhangjiajie, they have an outdoor elevator that you can go all the way up to and see this beautiful cliff area. It's about the size of 3 football fields. So think of a football field and multiply it by 3 times. You can go all the way up there and see the amazing, beautiful sights. It is absolutely amazing. Here's a little fun fact that you guys probably didn't know. I love pandas. Do you love pandas? Of course you do. Everyone loves pandas. Only psychopaths don't like pandas. Yes, that's right. I'm talking to you. If you ever see a panda, it belongs to China. Every single panda living in the entire world belongs to China. There are some pretty amazing sights to see in these 2 countries. In China, the Terracotta Army consists of 8,000 clay soldiers built to guard the emperor's tomb. It took 37 years to build this monument, and you can still go and see it. It's a pretty amazing monument to see. Alright, so I don't want you to think that I'm only talking about China, because again, we are combining China and Japan together. So let's kind of switch gears here and talk a little bit about Japan. First, when you think of Japan, you're probably thinking of the main island right there. And yes, that is the main island. However, did you know Japan also has over 6,000 other islands attached to it? I didn't know that. That's pretty amazing. I'm sure many of you love anime TV shows and anime movies. And did you know that most of the anime that you see is from Japan? This next one has absolutely nothing to do with music, but I just found it so hilarious, which is, did you know that in Japan they actually grow square watermelons? They do that because it's easier to stack and easier to store. I've never seen a square watermelon in my life. I can't wait to go there and actually try one now. I have to know how it tastes. There are lots of differences of Japan and China, and one big difference is in Japan, they love theater. I mean, every country loves theater, of course, but Japan especially loves the geisha theater, and they have these amazing dance routines, which I'm going to show you a couple of videos of their amazing dances later on, but they choreograph these beautiful designs that are made to almost look like an optical illusion. When you see it for the first time, you will not believe your eyes that it's in fact a live, not a computer generated performance. Alright, so obviously, yes, we're going to need to be doing some activities for these 2 countries. And before we get to the music portion to it, let's first make sure that we know where these countries are located and some of the amazing sights that we're going to see. So if you're looking at my computer right now, which of course you are because I'm showing it to you right now. So in our first slide, it's just a little welcome slide. We don't have to do anything about that. So in the second slide, we need to move the flags to the correct country. So you'll see I color coded a whole bunch of countries here for you to choose from, and you need to take these 2 flags and place them in the correct spot. This country on the left here, this flag, this is the Japan flag. So I want you to move this flag to wherever you think Japan is. Is it here? 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 Put it on the country that you think it belongs to. And then the flag on the right is China. So again, you're going to place this flag in China. Is it here? Is it here? Is it in the ocean? I hope you say no. So you're going to put those 2 flags on the correct spot of where you think those countries are. Simple, easy, no problem. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to do that right now. On your mark, get set, go. All All right, so in the next slide, this is very similar to our slides that we had in India, which is finding those famous landmarks. Again, landmark is it's a building or a monument, some kind of structure in the country. So you're going to find 2 pictures of famous landmarks in China and 2 pictures of famous landmarks in Japan. Remember, to add a picture, we go to the left here and go to the word insert, go to image, search the web, and then we go ahead and type in, China landmark and choose from any 2 pictures. Again, a lot of them are going to be the Great Wall of China, so you can use that as one and then find another picture that's not the Great Wall. Then you can simply change China to Japan and boom, find 2 pictures that you like and put that in there. Easy enough. In the 4th slide, this is sort of the real fun thing that I'm pretty excited about here. And as I mentioned before, China has an animal represented for every single year, and each animal represents some characteristics, which we'll talk about in just a few moments. What you're going to do is, in this first box here, you're first going to tell me what year you were born. What's your birthday? Were you born in 2010? Were you born in 2010, 2011, 2012, 2015, 2020? I hope not. So you're going to go ahead and write whatever year you were born in. Then you're going to write down what animal you are. If you look on the right-hand side, you'll see that I put dates right next to each animal. So let's just say you were born in 2012. Well, that means you are the dragon. So you'll just write dragon over here. Maybe you're born in 2013. That means you're a snake. Or maybe you're born in 2011. That means you're a rabbit. You're probably going to be one of those 3. All right. I highly doubt anyone was born in 2019. And I highly doubt anyone was born in 2008. So again, in the first box here, you put what year you were born in. Then look up your year to find what animal you are. That's as far as we're going to actually probably go today. We're not going to go any farther than that for today's assignment because I want to tell you what animal, what characteristics your animal means. So that's as far as we'll go today. Don't worry about the rest of these slides yet. We'll talk about them in the next in our next week's lesson. So don't worry about doing the rest of them. You're only going to be doing the 1, 2, 3 first 3 slides, or first 4, because I think you can all read Welcome to Japan and China. I know, crazy. So that's all we're gonna do today. Next week we'll talk about more of them, and we'll go ahead and continue on in this musical journey. All right, everybody, take care and enjoy.